first team training regularly. I don't want to put too much pressure on Joe. He's obviously a young lad.
Selected, it's a strong 11 off the back of 2 successful games in France. On loan from Rangers, gets a chance to impress against his support of a quality that has been reflected a season last time around. Jake Hasty, who ship season, which is now just 10 days away. It's a good turn with James Tavernier, Rangers captain.
Set in your game, so other clubs coming here might just affect them slightly, Roy. Not have that big an impact in the game. So yeah, Adam's a little bit of flair in the team.
Campbell finds Mark O'Hara, who's now a permanent trophy. Coming back to Ibrox, there's Alfredo Morelos with a curling effort that Trevor Carson was onto. Looking for a striker, that's given away by Morelos, and Christopher Long strikes it wide of the target. He is just coming back to fit. Campbell up in the air, it's Kent. Wonderful finish from Ryan Kent, struck it really well. The ball dropping down high from the air, he plucked it out, buried it in the corner. Rangers are up and running.
And it's no surprise it comes from the cross down the left-hand side. Borna Barisic, very tidy with the cross. It then becomes strappy for Motherwell. Morelos keeps the ball.
And Morelos is free in the middle, but the flag is up against the Colombian as he volleys it wide of the target in any case.
Already we can see in these opening 9 minutes.
Attacking ball in is brilliant. What a ball from Barisic. A fine header from Hadji. And in the opening 10 minutes, Rangers are ruthless.
Hey, listen, Motherwell have to understand you can't afford to leave Borna Barisic with this amount of time and space on the ball. I think Alan Campbell and Liam Grimshaw, one of them has to go and put him under a little bit of pressure. As we're really watching the first 10 minutes, they're clinical.
Morelos, can he get in on the act? It's Hadji. This time Carson with a strong right hand to get down low and keep
looking forward with a bit of quality.
Comes from the run, developing the partnership that started. Helped on to Hasty, always keen to have a run. Now look to break again. Barisic is on the move. Rangers more to Barisic with the
just to get on to them and press them.
In from a cuts inside, still going. Joe Aribo, if he can get the shot away. Well, there's another threat on goal. Keeper. Chest of James Tavernier. Puts it in early. Touch is quality. Morelos back to Kent. Kent, and he's halted by McGinley illegally. So says. On to Kent. Rangers moving the ball quickly. Barisic. Grimshaw. Hadji. There's Morelos again. It's just Morelos, and heavy-handed from Alan Campbell. Alfredo Morelos develop as a player on and off the pitch. Mistake, but Long couldn't profit from it. Not holding back was Liam Donnelly. Ryan Kent just. Edmondson come under pressure. Hasty trying to get around the outside of George Edmondson. It's a long way. Broad shoulders on the Rangers centre half. Morelos helps it on to Hadji, who looks to turn, goes down. Says that Lamy got enough of the ball, Don Robertson. Range of passing has been excellent in the opening half hour. Morelos looks for a gap that wasn't quite there. Kent turns.
Silky, pleasing on the eye. Range of passing, knows when to keep the ball simple. Very, very impressive since he came for that.
Kent and Jack.
His players have certainly delivered tonight.
May have been a delay to kick off. Kent. For Hadji, out comes Carson. The ground. Now Morelos. Excellent covering. Polwarth again, strongly.
They all want their manager to stay.
Grimshaw.
I think it's very good.
Top across the face of goal. Hadji now. Look. Kent had less defeats. Here's Hastie. White is offside as he strikes it off the post. Kamara tees up Hadji. Struck it with power.
He's only ever got one.
Tavernier. Kent looking to O'Hara. Polwarth again. Popped off to Tavernier. To Barisic. Using his strength, but he's got a fight. Thought about the shot, instead picked out Hadji. It was well worked. And opting to go across goal, but he just dragged it a bit long.
It's just a couple of times when
Rangers dictating things, looking for a third before the break is Morelos, Aribo, Hadji, Aribo, great feet, great finish. A wonderful goal that ends the half on a fine note for Rangers. Great feet from Joe Aribo, and he finished it so calmly too.
You know what, they're so sharp in tight areas. You know, it's a great little dummy run by Aribo. Another 1-2 off Hadji. Just aiming you.
Hastie. Managed to get to the break at Ibrox Stadium. It is Rangers 3, Motherwell 0. For Motherwell, bringing on Jermaine Hilton, David Turnbull and Declan Gallagher. And Ryan Jack pouncing, but in fairness to the winger against his parent club,
Well, you can't continue to give the ball away in dangerous areas. That's for sure. That's a good take from Jordan White, that, you know, just...
Well, such a long time out. He only managed 2 appearances at the end of last season before fizzed into Morelos. Contest to their season. Will be at an empty Pittodrie though. Barisic swings it in. Well, Davis robbed and storming forward was Liam Donnelly. He had such a good season in front of goal last season. The 11. Grimshaw. White's a big man and he probably should have done. It was Borna Barisic. Hadji ahead of him. A free kick this time in the way of the Romanian. That's a lovely pass. Barisic cutting in on his right foot. He got plenty of power behind it, but just couldn't control the trajectory. Here goes Kent. This looks ominous. Barisic. Now O'Hara for Hastie. Edmondson drawn out wide and slides in a clean challenge from the centre-back.
I thought he had missed his chance. I thought he had dived in.
He's around him. Break of the ball goes to Turnbull. Turnbull again. Hastie in there, and somehow John McLaughlin manages to keep his former Motherwell man. Goes down the outside, slides it across, and first half it hasn't been played at the tempo of what we quite often see from pre-season friendlies. Leicester City. Arfield forward. Here's Barker. Murphy in the middle, and the challenge from Declan Gallagher, the Scotland international, penalised. Get there ahead of Hastie, who's now having to track back, and in doing so is in. Arfield threads it back through to Barker, and it forces the own goal. Another one for Rangers, and Ricky Lamy is the unfortunate player to turn it beyond his own goalkeeper. And Rangers have...
In row, you've got something to give. Didn't really show enough in the first season of his year.
Here's Jermaine Defoe. Defoe, oh, that's clever, out to him. And he's looking confident. Brandon Barker, why not? Giving up. He continues. Defoe now comes alive again. Possibly.
This is a little reward for him for his pre-season training and